Hello guys, KaiZerZan here, back with another video. In today's video we'll be taking out the Russian tier 7 heavy cruiser, the Riga, and we're on the map Land of Fire. It's a domination game mode, and I am in a division with the mines. Alright, so yeah, the Riga features 220mm guns, 9 of them, and yeah, trust me, they hit really hard, but sometimes they don't hit at all, I will admit that much. And yeah, we'll be taking out the Riga, and we got the north spawn just north of A. And I trimmed off the first few minutes of this video. I was just getting into position, and you'll see the Friesland just set smoke and he beats another island, and we're taking pot shots at him there. Alright, before we go further, I quickly like to discuss the commander that I'm using is Nikolai Kuznetzov, inspired by Norman Scott and Nikolay von Essen, to make these Russian guns, these 220mm guns, hit as hard as possible. Alright, so we see there's a Hippo over here as well, and of course this is a carrier match. So yeah, we will definitely be interacting with the carrier here. As you can see, we're already starting to shoot down some planes, and we are shooting at a broadside Hippo here. I've yet to go into the cap because I know I'll be constantly reset, and yeah, the carrier just dropped on me there for quite a lot, and I had to heal there. But yeah, we popped that Hippo for double citadel there. He is broadside to us for some reason. We won't complain, we'll just say thank you and take the damage. So yeah, we'll definitely be trying to finish off this Hippo as quickly as possible. Another citadel there, so the next salvo on the Hippo should be gone, and he should be off the map. Alright, so the carrier is on this flank, and he's still focusing us on this side. I do believe the Friesland was in a division with the carrier, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it makes sense that that we saw the Friesland and the carrier on this flank. Right, so the carrier, our cargo, took out the enemy Hippo there, and now we can start moving into the cap. So here I see the carrier is trying to top drop me. He's trying to swing out wide and then come back in for a horizontal strike on me, but I won't give him that much satisfaction. I'm trying my best to angle my stern out as to try and avoid these torpedoes, and unfortunately there's not much I can do here, but he did get a bit of a wide drop there on his torp, so I hit one and then I missed the other two. Alright, so yeah, the reason I pushed into this this cap here, there's a Lexington, was because I know it's a Friesland. It was the only destroyer on their team, and the Friesland does not have torpedoes. But the Friesland has been taken care of, and we never had to worry about torpedoes except from the Hippo, but it only has 6-kilometer torpedoes, so we don't have to worry about that. But yeah, now that they're all gone, we started pushing into the cap because we didn't want to get reset constantly, you know. And we already shot down 12 planes from the carrier, so that's good. And hopefully the carrier will leave us alone now for a few moments and allow us to cap here. So we're shooting that Belfast 43. We all know the Belfast 43 is making the time of this video with the previous campaign. It's not the strongest cruiser. It's definitely made of paper, and you can definitely punish a Belfast with these 220mm guns on the Riga. Alright, so here my division mate and I, we decided we want to flank, and we want to push center spawn here, Bravo. So I decided to tactically quickly beach and then instantly stop and then start reversing again. Quickest way for me to make my turn. And yeah, we'll get underway here shortly towards Bravo. As we can see, we're equal on ships currently. Both teams lost our destroyer and then one cruiser each. We already have the Alpha cap, so our team has accumulated a little more points than the enemy. They are trying to cap Charlie, and we're also trying to cap Bravo, but I believe they are getting reset by the carrier as well. Alright. Since the carrier already lost 12 planes trying to bomb on me, I guess he decided it's... ooh, nice hit it on the Belfast there. He decided to rather go pester some battleships, which I appreciate because I really don't want to be struggling with the carrier the whole match. But yeah, it's luckily my division mate in the mines is still properly healthy, and we'll be able to take on most opposition that we come across. The Belfast is still alive, just behind that island in front of us, just south of the Bravo cap, trying to contest the cap, I believe. Oh no, it's not contested. But he is close into a position to be able to contest, so we need to make sure that we take care of him. And looks like the team on a Charlie won their flank, and they're pushing into the mid as well. So this is going to be a very interesting match. We still have all 4 of our battleships alive, which is a very good thing, and hopefully they'll be able to tank some more damage and dish out a few more salvos before they go down to help us to get rid of the Iowa there. As you can see, he's pretty low health, and I can only start shooting him now, turning and getting my rear gun on target as well, and hopefully we'll be able to dish some damage out on him. But I believe the cargo got him with a fire there. Yeah, fire. So luckily the cargo's on 2 carriers now, but there goes our first battleship, Aroma, and then of course the Gneisenau went down right after. So we lost 2 battleships back to back there, and now we're back on even ships for the match here. We have, both teams have 5 ships remaining, and both teams still have their carrier alive and contributing to the match, which is kind of good to see. You know, you don't want to see one team having an AFK carrier and the other team having a fully aggressive carrier. You know, you want it to at least be a fair fight, or at least I do. I want to see a fair fight. I don't particularly enjoy carriers, but I don't want to see one team have an AFK carrier, because I know how it feels to have an AFK carrier in your team, and it's almost a guaranteed loss, because you don't have to don't have any spotting, and it's nothing to go and counter the destroyers unless you have a gunboat. But yeah, it's a difficult situation to deal with, and nothing that I wish on any team in particular. Alright, so we see that Belfast 43 is still here. I have 1 radar charge remaining, and I've got 2 sonars left. We do know the Belfast 43 has got pretty decent torpedoes for close range, so we need to be careful of that. But it looks like our carrier is doing some work on that Belfast, which is good to see. And yeah, good to see that our carrier is taking the hard hits and dishing out some decent damage. Appreciate that. Alright. Now here I want to finish capping, and luckily our Richelieu manages to finish off the Belfast 43 there. So now our team has got a 1 ship advantage, and I'm close enough to this battleship on my left. I believe it is a Flandre or a Richelieu, not quite sure. Unfortunately the Richelieu goes, oh, it is a Richelieu, it goes down there, and now we're back on even amount of ships for both teams. But I really want to cap here, and I was hoping to give Walter Build to this Richelieu next to me, but unfortunately those bombs from the Lexington take no prisoner, and finished off the Richelieu there. Right, my division mate, we managed to cap Bravo now. Now our team is up 2 caps to 1, Alpha and Bravo versus the enemy that has Charlie, and now we see a Miyoko, full health Miyoko, that's ripe for the picking, sailing out broadside to a Riga and a mines. That's never gonna end well for him. We both have sonar, so it's gonna be hard for us to eat these torpedoes unless he knows exactly what he's doing, and get lucky with torpedo spread, and with me with my big ship and big turning circle, I might hit a torpedo or 2, but hopefully that won't happen. Alright, so here we are coordinating sonars. My teammate said he's gonna pop his sonar, and there are the torpedoes, and yeah, we got a citadel on the Miyoko and then another citadel, and luckily we didn't get a flood there from the torpedo from the enemy carrier, so we'll be able to dodge these torpedoes from the Miyoko pretty easily. And yeah, as you can see, we're up to 7 citadels with these beautiful 220mm guns on the Riga. I know there's a lot of people, a lot of players in the community that think the Riga is absolute trash. I'm not of that opinion. I believe the Riga is a very strong ship if you know how to use it properly, and if you have the right commander setup. Currently I'm using my Stalingrad build on the Riga, because I just want these guns to hit as hard as possible, and you know, with the additional ricochet angle that von Essen adds, it really helps to penetrate a little more at little steeper angles. Alright, yeah, so the Riga is definitely a ship that's not everyone's cup of tea. I know that for a fact. I have a very good friend, a division mate of mine that I play with on the regular, that does not like the Riga, and yeah, I like the Riga, and it's all to his own. Yeah, I do like the heavy hitting power of the Riga here, especially if you know how to look out for broadsides, cross positioning, crossfire, and good positioning will net you some good citadels and good damage. And as you can see, we already got a solo cap and an assistant cap in this match. And yeah, there's only 2 ships left on the enemy team, a half-health Richelieu, and I believe the enemy carrier that was last seen on the right side of Charlie here is probably in the north of the map somewhere. Alright, now there goes another salvo out of the broadside Richelieu, and as you can see we'll be able to get some decent damage on that broadside Richelieu. Maybe if I can aim properly, that is. Yeah, I missed aim that one quite a bit. This one hopefully we get some better lead on, and yeah, we can hopefully get some more damage. Luckily the Richelieu isn't looking at us, so we can farm his broadside. As we can see, the 4k salvo with the front guns, with another, I believe, 1.5k. So not too bad for a broadside salvo on the Richelieu there, taking another aim at him. And yeah, the reload on the Riga is not that bad. It could be a little better, but these 220s hit pretty hard. There, as you can see, another 6k salvo into the broadside upper plating of the Richelieu there. Pretty nice. And yeah, if you don't aim waterline on enemy battleships, it'll be hard to dish out damage at this range. You want to be closer range if you want to get citadels on broadside battleships. But yeah, it will happen at long range, don't get me wrong. It's just more constant if you are closer to the enemy battleship, and gets a little better. Right, now the Vanguard is probably going to go down here, if I'm not mistaken. It hits a very nice salvo into the Richelieu there. And we take aim at the Richelieu there, hitting for a very nice 4.5k there. Another 1000 damage. So you can see we're chipping away at the Richelieu pretty heavy here, and this is why I like my heavy cruisers so much, especially like the Riga and the Hipper. They hit really hard. The Talon as well with those 180s. These AP focused heavy cruisers that like to farm broadside battleships, definitely enjoyable for me, and I like to see and punish these broadside mistakes from the enemy team. Alright, so now it's just the carrier left. Luckily we managed to finish off capping Charlie, and here I am trying to turn out to avoid drops from the carrier, but unfortunately there's not much I can do, but I put out that single fire because I do not have a lot of hit points and I do not have a lot of heals left as we spot the enemy Lexington. And now we can start farming. He is running away from us, of course, it's to be expected. So now it's time for us to start farming this Lexington. As you can see there, we got 4 ricochets because we hit him on the deck, and I believe the deck armor on the Lexington is pretty thick, so you're gonna bounce. So hopefully with his slight angle there, we can hopefully hit the sides of the ship. There, as you can see, a very nice salvo there, almost 10k with Confederate metal on the Lexington there. And yeah, here comes another set of torpedoes from the front. And full speed, turn in. I'm probably going to need one torpedo on the bow here. Looks like it. Or will we squeeze through here? Let's see. Looks like we'll be able to squeeze through comfortably. Very nice. Now, unfortunately, a squadron from our carrier got taken out, so we don't have any spotting. But hopefully we'll be able to see the Lexington again within the next few moments. As we are spotted, of course, because we've got a big concealment ring. Carrier's got a small concealment ring, so it's hard to spot. That's why our friendly carrier is flying as fast as he can to try and spot the Lexington for us there. Very nice. You can see I didn't aim waterline. I probably could have. I just aimed a little bit up to make sure that I get as much shells on target as possible. 4 penetrations there, and not a lot of damage, as you can see. So sometimes you hit for nice damage, sometimes you don't. All depends on the angle of the ship you're shooting and what type of ship you're shooting. But yeah, I will say the AP on the Riga hits pretty hard if you know how to use the ship. And like I said, with the right commander build, not mine in particular, but with a similar build, you can also use Ivan Delightful. He's also a very good commander for the Russian cruisers, especially on the Riga and the Stalingrad. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this battle that came to an end. Unfortunately, we didn't get to finish off the Lexington, but that's alright. And yeah, we'll quickly check out the results that we managed to achieve in this match. Alright, so we managed to finish off on 133,000 damage there, 1 kill, 7 citadels, and a base XP of 3,527 for a great game in the Riga with Confederates and high caliber. And as you can see there, we made some decent profit as well. Yeah, 1 solo cap, 2 assisted caps, netting us a very nice XP there. Hope you guys enjoyed this video in the Riga, showing that the Riga is not a piece of trash, and it is definitely a ship that need to be wary of. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. If you did like this video, please hit it a like, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.